Boy, you a fool, wonder what's cool, trying to figure out what the rhyme about. I heard your man's went crying to his mommy and his daddy when the cops drove by his house, so who you trying to doubt? If you're looking for an answer, you probably gonna find it now.
Hello, welcome to I Feel Like Laughing. I am your host, Kevin KMac McCarthy, and we're back for some more fun, crazy internet videos. I've really been enjoying this new switch up, trying these, reviewing these crazy internet videos, because there's nothing better than just, laughing at some wild stuff that goes on in our world. With social media, people are just doing the craziest things, one-upping each other. And I've looked back on some of my videos, I'm like, is all of these fake? Like, I feel like people, anyone would fake something just to go viral. Some of these I'm like, they seem so crazy. They're like, is this fake? But they could be real at the same time. I think back when Eminem had that video with Ed Sheeran for his new album, but before the video came out, there was that video with the girl in the motel room, and Eminem comes in and it looks like she's filming it, like, what are you, and he's like, what are you doing, taking a selfie, and he's doing all that, and people were reviewing that and went on the Desus and Mero show. I mean, people thought that was real, Eminem getting caught up with some chick, recording him, but we came to find out that was just Eminem's music video for River or some shit. I don't know what the hell it was called. Whatever that Ed Sheeran song was. That was his music video. So you always wonder how much of this stuff is real, how much is just faked for, 15 minutes of fame. I don't know, but it's fun to watch and laugh at and joke around with, regardless if it's real or not. I like to believe it's real. I still believe Santa Claus is real. And if you don't, that's on you. Your imagination's lacking, clearly. You gotta believe in everything. Except for flat Earth. The Earth is definitely round. So, don't believe the Earth is flat. But besides that, I'm questioning it all. I'm into conspiracy theories, JFK conspiracy. I'm into your conspiracy theories, but it can't be too far here. I'm not going to be Eddie Bravo questioning, if space is real or something, but I can question some videos on World Star. Alright, today for our first video for episode 5, a little milestone, episode 5. What we're doing is, it's about 20 minutes of reviews I do. I'll put them out in segments. But we're going to start off with LOL, teachers don't get paid enough to deal with this. This looks like a video I need to watch. I have 2 friends that are now teachers, that don't get paid much at all. And I've always thought, teachers should get paid a little more than what they do. I've always heard that teachers get paid a small amount and this and that. And I look back on my high school career, you're always parking, smoking weed before school, you come in all high and laughing, making jokes. We put those teachers through hell. They deserved more pay to deal with my stoned ass. That's a tough job to deal with. You're going in every day, like, God, these kids think they know everything. They, make fun. They think their jokes are funny. They're corny. They're stupid. I don't get what they're even referring to. Who the hell is a YBN Corday? They're talking about rappers they don't know. I'm sure it's got to be the most frustrating job ever to deal with a bunch of kids who just want to annoy you and impress a girl they got a crush on. They don't want to tell her they have a crush on her, so they throw, crumpled up papers at her head and, thinking that's like, oh, I hate Ashley. I could never like her, but actually has a big crush on her and every night prays that he could date her and everything. And maybe that was just me. Maybe that's why I do prefer the Juice WRLD Lil Peep type rap. I'm an emo kid at heart, so. But that's off the point. I think teachers do not get paid enough. Education is important. I do agree, though, they need to switch up that education nowadays. Let's give up Latin. Let's teach Spanish and everything from the beginning. They need to know another language. I wish I knew a second language. That'd be so awesome to be bilingual, especially now. I mean, you want to be able to talk, with, I have Spanish friends, I'd love to know what they're saying all the time. So when there's talking Spanish right next to me, I know exactly how they're making fun of me and what jokes they're making. That's like an invisibility cloak in Harry Potter. You can find out what people don't like about you because they're speaking Spanish, and you don't, and they don't think you can understand them, so they're telling their true feelings about you right to your face. That's why they enjoy it. I mean, I think, it'd be really awesome if you knew another language and you could insult someone right to their face and you knew they weren't understanding you. You could literally be like, you're such a, stingy little bitch. You didn't pay 15% on that tip. You're so stingy, dude. You are so stingy, and your stories are so flat and annoying. There's never any ending. You tell this big, long-ass story. There's no ending to it. It wastes 5 minutes out of my life. There's no, cool ending to that story. So that's what I assume they'd be saying about me. I mean, maybe that's just my negative, pessimistic attitude, that I think every person is always making fun of me in some way. But hey, you gotta stay on guard. Always expect the worst. That's why I'm a glass half empty guy. You always expect the worst. So then if the worst happens, you expected that. Like if you expect to get pulled over and you do, you expected it. But if you're expecting the best, like you always succeed all the time, blah, 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 then if you don't succeed, you're pissed off and everything. You're upset. But if you're expecting to fail and then you succeed and, exceed your expectations, then you're extra happy. So just think about it that way. It's not always, I think, a bad thing to be negative. You gotta be negative, but secretly know you can achieve greatness. Know you can achieve the best. So, don't get upset if you fail. But hey, if you succeed, and you deep down knew you could always be there, but you exceeded your expectations, that's the best feeling ever. So I'm gonna defend. That's how I defend my negative attitude and everything. But I mean, they deserve to get paid more because the shit they deal with, definitely is above their pay grade. They probably deal knowing from me, thinking I was all cool, trying to hit on girls, trying to do this or that, make fun of teachers. You think that you're the class clown and you're right to that teacher, you're just annoying and just frustrating, ruining his day, probably making him an alcoholic, maybe a depressed alcoholic. He probably drinks after every day. So I don't know. Maybe he's listening to Juice WRLD emo too. So there you go. Maybe the teacher and the kid could connect. And that way, he's depressed because he has to deal with the little shitheads, and the kid's depressed because he doesn't understand why he makes fun of the girl he has a crush on every day, and she still doesn't like him. Like, my God, I made fun of the way Bethany looked every single day last week, and she still doesn't like me. I don't know what's going on here. This is wild. I don't know what to do. Should I, just compliment her, or, ask how her day's going, and maybe tell a good joke, and that boosts her self-esteem and everything? That's wild. I shouldn't do that. No way she'd like me then. We're supposed to watch this video and I'm reminiscing on high school and everything. I'm sorry, guys. Let's watch. Now, LOL, teachers don't get paid enough to deal with this. Oh shit!
I'll see y'all little niggas later, right? Hey, we're following us Snapchat, little president.
Alright. So, a lot to deal with there. I don't know where this school is or where they're from here, but, you know, that seemed like a teacher who's been there a long time. He's definitely one of the whitest guys I've ever seen. Like, I remember from high school and everything, why do older white guy teachers all have that same haircut still, like the bad part? Like, I don't know, it's not even a comb over. Some of them didn't have hair pieces. I do suspect that some of my high school teachers had hair pieces. Usually you could tell pretty well because of their salaries. They can't afford an expensive hair piece, clearly so. But they have that weird part comb over or something that just doesn't work well. And then it's even worse if they're older, but try to make it seem like it's hipper, you know, make a hipper haircut that looks weird too, you know. But this guy wasn't even caring. He gave up hope. He knows his age. He's accepted, you know, whatever. He's happy with that, and that's good. So, you know, he just seemed like one of the whiter teachers, and this guy, this kid, decided, you know, he's one of the class clowns in school. I didn't look around to see, like, I wonder, I would love to know where this is. If it's like a New York school, Chicago, like LA. I'd love to know where this is. I want to say LA, 'cause, I mean, this kid seemed like a young DC Young Fly or Chris Tucker for my older people who like Friday. Chris Tucker was the original DC Young Fly. I mean, a lot of these younger people don't know Friday and Chris Tucker well. They might remember the older Rush Hours, of course. But, you know, DC Young Fly basically just a newer, younger Chris Tucker. I feel he ripped off his whole style, and it's very obvious. And I don't know why this doesn't get brought up more. But DC Young Fly's funny. He's not as good as Carlos Miller or Chico Bean or anything on that South Side tour or whatever they're on. But that's besides the point. Carlos Miller is the funniest. This kid though, I mean, he seemed funny. He seemed like a genuine class clown. You know, and that teacher just has what's he gonna do? The teacher can't lay his hands on the student, he can't push him. You know, you can't get fired up and start yelling because then, you know, depending on where they are, that's why I wanted to know where they were. If he's in the South, the teacher might be a little racist. He's probably saying some things to himself about the students at home, and if he started yelling words out in the air, getting real angry and in his feelings, he might let an N-word slide out of his mouth, and then, you know, he's on every news station. He's a racist teacher, you know, he gets fired and shame and disgust, and he gets his 15 minutes of fame, but it's for something you absolutely do not want to be famous for. You get famous for saying the N-word angrily to a young kid as a teacher. As an older teacher, you yell at a young kid the N-word like that, man, you are fired and you are shamed. You probably gotta move. Small towns, I assume he lives in a small town. And, you know, you're forever branded as the N-word guy wherever you go. You know, with that haircut and that, like, I guess he might blend in with every other older white teacher in America, but, you know, people watch social media so much they might recognize him, and he's forever the N-word guy. So you can't do that. You can't get angry, you know, can't touch him. So what can he do? The kid's gonna be the class clown, he's gonna do it, you know, he knows he's gonna do it. I thought the kid, the whole pushing the desk over was a little heavy, that's a little anger. I like to think I was the class clown, so you know, I have the right to weigh on this. You know, I'm the right person to weigh in on this. And, you know, I think his class clown, it was all right. It was good. It was even bolder than I would have done. You know, I'd like to do stand-up comedy, but I can never stand in front of people. I get too much anxiety and too freaked out. You know, so I tell my jokes in the back of the class or whatever, you know, when I raise my hand, but I want to go to the front like him, so I praise him for his courage and braveness, that he doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll go to the front of the class and do all his jokes in front of everyone, all the girls and boys. That's cool. A for bravery and that period of your life where you're real self-conscious about girls and everything. You want to impress every girl and your friends. You want to impress everyone and make everyone laugh. So that's a tough stage to go in front of the class. You got to make sure your jokes land right there. You don't want to bomb or make the teacher make you look bad. Then that could ruin your whole high school career. So he was confident enough to know that his jokes would land. The flipping the chair over was a little too angry for me, a little too violent there. You don't want to switch over to being mad or being a bully, or you don't want to switch over to the violent, angry guy. You want to be class clown. Stick to the jokes. Stick to that. You know, the Blueface dance was kind of cool. Standing up on the desk was cool. I'm all for that. You know, I don't know when this video was filmed. The Blueface Tatiana, you know, dance is kind of old. It's kind of last week, kind of played out by now. Everyone's already remixed that. That song's played 1,000,005 times on radio now, and it's pretty much done. I just heard recently too, people think Blueface has reached his peak already, and now he's just on the downside of his career. I guess people are saying he's like done, not done, but he's reached his peak with Tatiana, and now it's downhill from here. You know, people were saying about Lil Nas X, but I'm here to say I listened to the 7 EP. It was only 6 songs. It's 2 Old Town Roads. But, you know, he did a pretty good job. He used every single form of music on every song. I think he did a rock song, classic rock, punk rock, emo. I think he did R&B. I think he did every single form of song. He did like a half country, half Cardi B song. So, you know, he's making sure he gets every single fan of every single music genre in America. So good for him, you know. But I don't think he's a one-hit wonder after that EP. He actually did some good songs for me, a guy who likes punk rock, emo, rap, all that. He did a good job, though. I like the mixture. I like mixing it up. It doesn't always have to be gangster rap, trap rap for me. You know, you could do all sorts of rap. You could do emo rap. You could do a little rock. I'm, you know, a fan of a guitar and rap, you know. That's why I'm not hating on Post Malone, even for what he does. Lil Nas X has got talent too, just like Post Malone. That's why he's sticking around. The ones who don't have true talent or just rely on the auto-tune too much in one style, they'll fade away. You know, like the guy who had the Trap Queen song, you know, that's how bad he fell off. I can't even think of his name right now. You know, he had the One Eye, who the hell was that? Fetty Wap, that's who it was, Fetty Wap. I had to look it up, that's how much he fell off. So, you know, I think Blueface is not on the downside of his career. I think he's got talent. But, you know, that dance is kind of old. So the kid did the dance. It's still funny at that time in high school. You're definitely going to get laughs. You know, you show the girls you're not scared of what they think. You can dance too. You got rhythm. You know, the girls were laughing. You could audibly hear the girl laughs. So, you know, he's probably feeling pretty good about it right now. It was very successful in the end. Didn't feel he needed the chair flip over, but I like the dance moves. The teacher had no idea what he was talking about or what was going on. He probably thought Tatiana was, you know, some new, I don't know, movie out there. He probably thought that was the name of a rapper. Maybe a Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor. That new Tatiana flavor. Caramel. That new Tatiana flavor. Caramel swirls with chocolate chips and vanilla ice cream. Try Tatiana ice cream at Ben & Jerry's right now. Bust down. It's a baller commercial right there. But yes, from one class clown to another, reviewing it, I like the kid's work ethic. I like if he, planned it out, whatever. If he didn't, I like how he did it on the fly. That's really good freestyle joking. And I agree with the heading though. The teachers maybe don't get paid enough to deal with this, but if you're a guy like that, just stay out of high school, dude. Teach smaller kids. Maybe smaller kids are harder to deal with, so I don't know. It's tough at any age, I guess. If you're a teacher, you get a good retirement plan, just retire early. Because, dealing with high school kids when they're all, trying to impress girls and thinking you're falling in love and this is the one you'll be with for the rest of your life and all that shit you're dealing with, breakups. You don't want to deal with that, Class clowns, class bully, all that. You don't want to deal with that. You don't get paid enough for that. So, I don't know. Maybe just go to kindergarten where they literally just want to nap and eat. Or just retire and play golf. I don't know. Teachers don't get paid enough. Class clowns, though, I can't hate on it because he's keeping the legacy alive, And if he works hard enough as a class clown, you never know. You could be making YouTube videos for 12 viewers, just like me. Alright guys, let's move on to the next video. What could it be? What debauchery and insane craziness is up next? Let's see. Let's check it out now.